Good morning. It is, I think, Tuesday. It's April 21st. It's 10:02 a.m. Let's bring my first co-host on. We have Christina with us. Did you hear any of that? Or was I muted?
No, I heard it. You still not hearing it on your end?
No, I heard that, but I guess I looked down at the mute button and it was lit, but probably because I played your video clip.
Yeah, that's what happens. It'll mute you.
I probably just didn't realize it. So
my allergies are killers today. I can't even breathe through my nose.
Mine too. I think, that's the problem, right? We talked about this last month. You got worried about corona, and then you have allergies that come. And, I was outside barbecuing yesterday, and it was beautiful in the afternoon, in the evening. Today, I think it's supposed to rain, right? 1 to 4.
Is it? It's so nice out right now. I was going to go for a walk after this live stream because now I hate the way my sorry for cursing, my prescriptions are set up. Like, they come in on all different days. And, I was just there yesterday and I have to go back there today. Because one of them was out of stock. So,
you're using CVS, right?
Yeah, it's 9 times out of 10 I use CVS. I tried Walgreens maybe a month ago, but they wound up just resending the new one back over to CVS anyway. So whatever. Which
is odd because Nicole CVS is delivering now all her prescriptions.
I have to show ID for a lot of my prescriptions.
Okay.
So I think that they don't let every prescription fly, so.
Really?
Also, I didn't even look into it. So maybe I can, but I'm gonna assume that I can't get every prescription delivered that I take.
Right. Yeah, I know Nicole, because they had called her and they're like, hey, your prescription's ready. Would you like to have it delivered? And she was like, what do you want to do? I was like, have it delivered. Have it delivered.
Yeah.
I ain't going.
What was the process for that? Did you have to sign up through a website? Because I actually did try looking into it a couple days ago for this reason. And it seemed like it was annoyingly complicated. You had to download an app, you had to sign up for automatic refills, then you had to go to when you pick it up, delivery. It was just I'll just go wait,
I don't think so. I'll ask her and let you know on the later on after I talk to her.
All right.
But what I thought she told me was she got a text message and it said, your prescriptions are ready. Would you like them delivered? Answer why. And I think she said why. And it said, all right, give us your address. And that was it.
Because I get those text messages that your prescriptions are ready, but I don't think I've gotten any that said.
Yeah. So
I believe
that's what she told me. It said right in the text, would you like it delivered? And then they delivered through the postal service because it came it was in the mail and it was
it's given me a website. It says be prepared and stay well with free delivery on prescriptions and other essentials. Go to i.cvs.com/whatever.
Maybe she did it told. I'll find out.
End
up doing that.
Is anyone in the comments? Have you gotten delivery from CVS for your
any of our 2 million guests? Did you share this out?
No. Let me do that.
We have another co-host joining us. A little late to the party, but let's bring him in.
I was making mozzarella.
What's up? You were making the mozzarella?
No, I was watching Batman. Mozzarella.
I was telling you on the phone, and then I started talking about routers. When I went to Joey Mux's class at Divino Divino, amazing. I had such a good time making mozzarella. Who would think making mutz would be fun, but it's
I
great.
Would. That's fun.
Vino Rob, who was on our show a couple of weeks ago, does an amazing job for the party. Puts it together, food, wine, and Joe Mutz with making the mutz. It's just so fun, and we went with I want to say 4 couples when we did it, and it was a lot. It was a lot of fun. Have you ever been to the mutz class at Vino Divino?
I've never been to the mutz class. I'm not.
Mas is I don't need to go to the mutz class. I go to Montalbano's, I walk in the back, and they make it for me.
Well, number one, this is a very true statement. Number 2, I always want to do it, and then I always forget.
It's a lot of fun, right? It's a good night out with your wife, and if you a couple of couples to go drink a little bit and make the mutz. And then we went home. I think when we left the one class, I want to say we had 7 mozzarella balls. So
by the end of
what's that?
The small ones?
No, the big ones, like the
That's a mozzarella, but the small balls are called bocconcini.
Oh, but okay. So we made 7 of the balls, and then he had us make some of the knots.
Those are called the knots are called bocconcini.
Those okay. So but 7 balls of mutz. So we gave some away, and we ate mutz like all week. It was ridiculous. Like
that would have lasted me like one day.
every meal was like, how we incorporating mozzarella on this? The omelets with mutz, chicken with mutz, chicken parm. It was like ridiculous for like a few days. Everything we ate had mozzarella on it. But it was so good. He's one of my favorite, Joey Mutz. I love going I think we spoke about that. I love going to his store on Saturday when he's open. He's probably one of my favorite Mutz on Staten Island. But to be fair, I have never tried Montalbano, so I will have to try that and see how it is. Be after him, I'd say I like really enjoy Pastosa Mutz, but
I never met a Mutz I didn't like.
I love Mutz. Mas?
Sorry, I'm reading an email. I keep mozzarella all day long.
Now, so Todd kept me in the green room with Gotham After Dark for about an hour, 2 hours last night.
Oh, this joke is so dead.
I just joined late because I saw how many guests he had. I was like, I'm not getting on, so I'm not even bothering. But every time I did a checking, Moss was eating cheese out of a bag. What type you were eating? Colby Pepper Jack at one point I saw.
I'm not a big cheese guy. I like cheese, but I was just eating any type of cheese to aggravate him.
He hates cheese and butter.
Oh, Todd?
Yeah. How do you hate butter? Like, butter is the most amazing. Like, when I was on Atkins diet, I used to go to Outback Steakhouse just to eat the butter.
Don't get me started on that diet, please. This can be a whole topic of it in and of itself.
Why? Are you for or against that?
Extremely against it.
Oh, it's terrible. I lost a ton of weight on it, gained it all back like 3 months after I stopped.
Like anything else.
But I would go to Outback Steakhouse just because I thought their butter was amazing, and I'd just be eating the butter out of the container. And then I'd be like, "Oh, excuse me, can we get more butter?" They're like, "The bread's still there." "Oh, that's fine. No, just keep bringing the butter."
That's a bit much, Mike.
When you were heavy, Moss, did you ever try the Atkins diet?
Oh, I tried everything.
And did you?
I love that keto is the new Atkins diet. It's the same exact fucking thing.
It's totally the same thing, just with a different name. And every person that does keto is like, "Oh, it's not. It's nothing like that." Like,
still, they're all getting scammed just as hard. It's so funny. It's just like, just learn how your body works in nutrition, and like, it's not hard. Like,
it's not that easy. I've learned how my body works. When I eat anything, it goes right to my thighs.
No, because you're not eating the right things. It's very easy.
I had nice.
I got ripped in 12 weeks, and I had zero muscle on me.
Now, Mas, when you were heavy and you would try different diets, would you lose weight and then just put it back on?
I dropped 50 pounds in a month.
And then put it right back on.
And then put it right back on. Because, guys, you got to understand something. Diets don't work. You got to change
your lifestyle.
Listen, if you get up every morning and you eat sensible all day long, like I said it, I say it all the time, and I'm not, a huge health guy, right? But if you get up and you do something, physical, even go for a walk, do something just up, just increase your footsteps or increase, how much cardio you do. And whatever you eat, if you just take whatever you normally eat and cut it in half,
Easier said than done.
And that's not it. You need to just increase protein at every meal, and then you're not going to be hungry for anything else, because your body, if you're eating increased amounts of protein, it gets fuller quicker. So you're not going to crave those carbs and the fat, because you're getting the fats from your protein, and it's also filling you up more, and it's what's going to lean you out as well. So it's like it's just frustrating. Like, there is no one way to diet, obviously, but there are smarter ways to diet that make it way easier on you and are more sustainable, so that you don't have to diet. You can just figure out, all right, this is how I should eat for my body, and now you don't have to worry about it ever again. You eat that way forever. Low carb is never going to last more than the time you're on the diet. The second you go back to living life, or you go to a party or anything like that, you're immediately feeling guilt. You're immediately feeling like, I got to go run on the treadmill, and like your whole day is shot. Like, that's not any way to live, and that's not any way to look at food.
It's totally not. And I did some terrible things when I was on Atkins diet. So this was early, right? What am I, 36? I'll be 37 on Friday.
Really?
So,
oh shoot!
I will. We're gonna have a Bloomy birthday party.
You're a Taurus. I forgot.
So I was probably on the Atkins diet when I was like 21, 22. And it was rough. Like, actually, it wasn't rough because you can't eat all the meat you want. So I would have like 3 burgers with cheese for dinner, but no bun, right? But omelets, and it was. But there were like, I remember one day having friends over and we were drinking, and I think I would drink at that point. I don't remember if it was vodka. No, Tito's now people drink, but back then I couldn't drink vodka. I don't remember what I would drink. Michelob Ultra. They were low carb, so they were like. I would have like a couple of Michelob Ultras, and I just remember being drunk one night, and my friend ordered a Domino's pizza, and I'm on Atkins.
There goes that.
They're all eating it, and I'm like eating the Domino's pizza, and I'm like now I'm like really upset, and my friend's like, "No, you could fix this. Just go in the bathroom. You could fix this." And I remember being like, "Oh, that's a good idea," and I think that was probably one of the lowest points in my life. I'm like, I just ate a pizza and went into the bathroom to get rid of it.
That's bulimia, Mike.
That was the only time
Hold on.
What?
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
I mean, this might not be an on-the-air question, but fuck it. Are you not happy with the way you look?
Me?
Yeah.
So I don't care how I look, right? I'm more not. I want to be healthy. So luckily, my blood and everything comes back good. But at the same time, I have a 3-year-old. I have a 4-month-old. I don't want to. You don't really see fat 75, 80-year-old guys, right?
Excuse me 1 second. Yeah, you don't. But I don't know who this is, and it could be work related. Hold on. Hello.
I get what you mean.
You know what I mean?
I get what you mean. It's smarter to obviously lose weight. Everything is going to be better if you lose a little weight and you feel better about yourself mentally. You're going to have more energy. You're going to want to go out more, do more things, be more active. It's always going to be better. Like you're never going to lead a better life by being overweight. So
the only good thing with the quarantine is by the time we get out of this, everyone's going to look like me. Like I could finally go to the beach and look nice and look good, right?
I don't think I've gained or lost a pound this entire time.
But I love all those memes that are coming out. It's like showing like here's what it's going to be at the beach, and it's just guys like 4 times my size. I'm like, yes.
And it's like on the girl side, it's like, please let me know now if summer is canceled so I can just eat whatever the fuck I want if I'm not going to the beach. Like, just let me know now.
Yeah. So Matthew asks, good morning, guys. Hope everyone's staying safe. Why do you guys think will Cuomo extend past May 15th? Right now, I don't really think so. But, looking at numbers and stuff. But again, I've apparently been way fucking wrong because I can remember being here a month ago saying, don't worry, guys, we're going to be for 2 weeks and we'll be back to work in 3. So clearly I don't know shit. But I don't see it. I think there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
I think everyone wants there to be a light at the end of the tunnel, but I think we really just got to take it day by day and do the best we can every single day so that it can be a more promising date. But it's who knows? Like really, it could take one day of this weekend, people fucking up and everything just skyrocketing, and then we're stuck till June.
Exactly, and that's
we just gotta be the best we can every day, guys. Every day, let's get the fuck out of this.
And that includes some of my good friends. Stop going over people's houses. Drink, even if you're in the backyard. It's not right. You're not
right enough with this. This is people are done.
No one's done, but
people are done. You got to get to the point here where we got to start getting the ball rolling. And that's it. I mean, they can't. They could do whatever the hell they want, but enough. I mean, how much more are you going to keep people cooped up in their houses?
Right.
However long it takes, Maz. This isn't a situation where we're choosing because it's fun and we want to torture people. We're doing what has to be done, on a global scale. It's not really anything one of us who has zero fucking idea what we're talking about can actually decide for anyone else. We're not the decision makers of this. We're just the people taking it. So all we can do is the best we can do.
But is it factual?
Listen to the rules, and that's fucking it, really.
Is it factual? Are we making a difference by staying in?
I believe we are. Yeah, it's 100% true.
Hold on. Are we making it better? Are we making it worse? Are we better off maybe infecting people so they can build self-immunity so that when this does come back.
No, we're not, because why would you take the chance that someone could potentially die because they got infected?
Right.
You don't know. You could be the person just because you're healthy every other day of your life. This could be what takes you out. That's
Right.
the problem. It's
could
not
be-
like you know you're going to die or you know you're not just because you catch it. It's so you don't fucking know that's why we have to stay inside, because 26-year-old kids are dying that have not shown any other symptoms in their entire life of anything.
And take the inheritance out of it, Moss. Would you be willing to risk your parents? Would you be willing to make them a statistic to try to build immunity?
I mean, guys, I don't know enough about building immunity and so on and so forth. But I mean, 100 years ago, there was no medicine. And,
right. And did you see the number of the Spanish flu?
And 26 million people died.
We got about 6 billion on Earth, right? We can lose a couple million.
Okay.
Well, we'll just let all those people be people and all your friends. So Moss's people go out. Everyone else stay the fuck home.
All I'm going to say is that I personally feel I'm a believer in science. I'm a believer in that we can probably get this moving a little faster in regards to vaccination. And I get it, Mike. You're going to rebuttal me that you got to make sure that the vaccines or whatever don't give you another issue. I get it. I know exactly what your rebuttal is going to be.
I get it. I should be like Todd. I should just throw you off when I want to talk. So, where is Todd? Where is this? Oh, it's Tuesday. He's off.
He don't do Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Or Fridays. No, look, I if anyone's the biggest fan of science, right, I would say it's me, and I get it. And I don't want to be stuck at home. As much as I'm that guy who's a wallflower, I finally come out of my shell and like to be at places, and here I am back stuck in my house. I get it. I want nothing more than my clients to be open and not have to worry. Are they closed another 2 weeks? I want nothing more to know that, Moss, you could throw events in May or June. I don't want you to not know.
How about this? I'm okay whenever the fucking date is. Just give me the date.
And that the problem is the virus doesn't talk. It doesn't give us the date. Now,
I think everybody would be okay. The date's July 1st. No matter win, lose, or draw, we're over to July 1st. All right, people, buckle down for another fucking 2 months.
Right.
The problem is that nobody knows. The uncertainty.
Oh, of course. Right. It's the uncertainty, but we'll get through it. But yeah, the chance of just going out to opening up, let everyone go. If you get sick, you get sick. If you're one of the 1% from my age group, you die. If you're an older group, you 15% chance. It's all right. I'm not willing to take that risk for the old people. Like I like old people. We need them. So
listen, I get it.
I know. It's frustrating. I get it.
Well, I think the good thing is now that even if people do go out, most people are wearing masks and doing the thing that they have to do. That's really like helping contain the spread. Like this mandatory mask thing, what's it down to like 1 or 2%? That it's possible to spread if you both have a mask on. So that's all we can really do, Right.
It's the same thing we do in the IT world, right? I can't block you from being hacked, right? Yeah. What I do is I minimize risk. If you do nothing and your risk is you're guaranteed to get hacked, but if you work with a great IT provider and I can get you down to 3% risk, that's all you could do. And that's what the masks do, right? If you both wear masks, you have a 1.5% chance of now getting it from that person. That's great. That you've minimized risk. Anthony Girardi. Look at that fresh haircut, Mastodon. Still hasn't said who gave. Oh, he told us.
I went to an undisclosed location, sat in a folding chair in front of an undisclosed person that came out.
I have the photo. I sent it to 311. Did they come get you?
Yeah, tell them. No problem. Good luck. Fucking mistakes.
What, you're not all for taking pictures of people and sending it to 311?
I am not all for. Listen, guys.
That's called ratting, Mike.
No. Let's be politically correct. Yes, I got a guy. Let's be politically correct. Okay. I think if you take proper precautions, like when I received a haircut, sitting in a folding chair in front of my friend's house, I was wearing a mask. He was wearing a mask and gloves. Okay. He cut me outside. All right. No different than, I told him I feel good. I don't have no symptoms. I took my temperature before going there. I took every precaution. At the end of the day, if I drop dead from getting a haircut, at least I'll be fresh in the casket.
When you die, do they give you a haircut? I gotta ask my stepdad.
Yeah, they do.
They do, right?
They clean you up. They clean you up really.
I know
well.
they do your makeup and stuff, obviously, but
Sometimes the bodies look really good, and then there's times I've looked at someone like that person looks like he's been painted. And, and Anthony Dry says, respectively, Mike's hair does look better. I told Nicole I need another touch up. I got to actually shave. This is starting to get annoying. But yeah, no. Good news. It might be ragging, but you don't have to worry about me ragging you because I don't leave my house. So, so the only people I see is my dog. Is the person that comes and cleans the dog poop in my backyard, and I see him. I see it through the window. And all of a sudden, I see a body walk through. I'm like, who's out in my backyard?
wait, there's people that just come around and clean up dog shit from your yard?
Yes.
That's like a thing? Wow.
Oh, it's the best. So Nicole and I, this goes back. We've probably been using her now for a year and a half, I would say.
What a job.
And
it's a shitty job.
So Nicole and I can remember where we were. We were at Z2 sitting down at the diner, and Nicole and I were kind of arguing over who's going to pick up the dog poop. Because usually she would pick up the dog poop because I'm busy, but she was pregnant, and she's like, I'm not picking up the dog poop anymore. And I'm like, well, I'm not trying to pick up the dog poop. Oh, it was when I was pregnant with dog Joanna. So we've had it for 3 years already? Wow. So I was like, what do you mean? I'm not picking up dog poop. I'm too busy with work. I was like, hold on, Google, pick up dog poop backyard. And a woman came up, and she's called, it's got the funniest name too. Oh my God. Nicole, if you're watching, what's her name? Poop Up or something. It's a funny name. And she came, she walked around my property. She asked me like what type of dog you had. She's like, based on your size, I'm looking at where he poops. It'll be this much a week. And she actually comes twice a week.
How much is it a week? You got to tell me.
I want to say for her to come twice a week, I think it's like $20.
That's insane.
And it's not duty free.
That's nothing. Like, what the hell? That's great.
Yeah, duty free is
duty free.
And yeah, and because Angela poops 3 times a day, it's a lot of poop.
Yeah, my dogs do too. So I could use someone like this, you know.
And she comes and she basically she walks around and she has the mask and she picks up all the poop and then she leaves like the bag by the garbage pail of all the poop.
So
and
funny.
she comes twice a week, and it's so much better because we used to go outside and there'd be landmines everywhere.
Yeah, and the flies are everywhere, and it's disgusting.
So I have her come, and then the other one I do for my backyard is I have the flea not the flea,
ticks.
The tick company come in the mosquitoes.
Mm-hmm.
So they spray for the mosquitoes,
Good.
Because I live by the train tracks and I have a culvert. We used to like not even be able to go outside. Like I have a big piece of property for like our backyard, but Nicole refused to go outside because you would go outside and you would come in and there'd be welts all over your body.
Really? So I get really bad mosquitoes over here, but
I had one guy come and he's like, "Oh, it won't do anything. If in order for this to work, you have to do the whole block would have to do it." So mosquito authorities, who we finally came, they're like,
"You just swear your fucking wife, huh? Do the free mosquito authority." You turn around and say you're the brains of Tech Geek.
Nicole
does everything. I'm just the one on camera. So yeah, does she ever miss any? Yes, occasionally she misses a poop, and then I take a picture and send it.
Mike, technically speaking,
I want $5 back.
Technically speaking, you're not supposed to do. Since you're hiring a service, they're supposed to dispose of it properly. Putting it in the garbage is not proper disposal of poop.
Really?
What is proper disposal then?
What is it?
Flush it down the toilet?
That's why she's probably relatively inexpensive, because the company that I called was like $100 a week. But they dispose of it, I guess the same way you dispose like a septic, and like there's proper disposal.
But wait, if you clean up your own dog poop, you're allowed to just throw it in the trash.
I don't believe you're allowed to put poop in the trash.
Really?
I think if it's in a bag, you can.
If you think about it, when you go to the park, they have the big container.
And they're literally attached to the disposals.
Technically speaking, poop is bio. It's, you know.
Oh, is dog poop aisle though? Yeah, I guess so.
Listen,
I don't know, like human. Well, good news. I am not taking shits in the backyard, so we don't have to worry about huming. But there is dog shit back there.
Do you have a bidet for your dog?
Yes, my dog comes up and he puts his ass in the bidet, and we squirt him.
I would just put him with the wood.
That is, I'm telling anyone watching, that's the best investment you ever do for your house. Get a bidet. But moving on, that's after dark conversation. So yeah, Mosquito Authority may like totally change my backyard to the point we could go in the backyard.
Really, you see a noticeable difference.
Now, my neighbor Jimmy, it hates me because he says ever since I did Mosquito Authority, he gets all the mosquitoes.
They gotta go somewhere, I guess, right?
What it does is they say it almost builds a barrier that they won't come through because they die and they don't like it. So they like find other ways.
Like an electric fence for fucking mosquitoes.
So he says ever since I've done it, his backyard has gotten much worse. I was like, so do it. I was like, call up. And even that's not that expensive. I think for the whole summer, I want to say it's like $600.
Mike, seems a little expensive. $20 a week to pick up shit. I mean, I need to review my bill here with Techie Geek because, you know, it's got a lot of amenities. $1,000 on virtual reality.
That was
a necessity, okay? That's a business necessity.
Yeah,
toys everywhere.
Toys everywhere. Yeah, there is toys. You should probably revisit.
Oh, toys,
fucking finally. Oh man.
I don't want to know about Nicole's toys.
Yeah. That's after dark conversation.
You went there.
So what do you call it? I sent Nicole a link to come on, but I guess with 2 kids, that's probably not ever going to actually happen because Nicole's mom said put Nicole on. So yeah, but the dog poop. Like, so do you pick your own dog poop up?
I have an amazing service that does it.
Who's that? Your kids? See, Desiree, yeah. Well, see, Nicole used to.
I actually don't mind. Like, if I haven't done it in a while, but I normally in the winter I let it linger a little bit more. In the summer, I go. You know, I in the summer I do it every day. You know, because but my backyard's unfinished. But when I was in my old house where it was finished, as soon as the dog pooped, as soon as the dog peed, I sprayed it right down so you don't, you know.
Right.
You know, especially in the summer.
Yeah, right. In the winter, it basically turns into an ice crystal.
Yeah.
So now I will tell you with the poop lady, there was a couple of weeks where there was no bags left, but she was coming. So I was very concerned where the bags of poop were going. I was trying to figure that one out. Like watching my camera, she would take the poop with her. I was like, is she making fertilizer? Like,
maybe she did start disposing of it properly then.
Does that consider you lazy? Like it's hard to pick it up? Just asking. So no, it's not lazy. So as a business owner, there's only so much time in a day. So for me to spend $20 a week and be able to have someone to do that, help local business, help a business that started and help put food on her table, is it easier for that to be done than to me take a half an hour 2 times a week to go out and pick up? It's better time spent in my business.
You see, Mike is going about it all wrong. It's very simple. Okay. There is time management, time allocation. I have the same argument with my wife. She wants to know, and I'm pretty handy. I could, you know, do things around the house, but I know that my time is valuable, as is Mike's, and he knows that for the few minutes that it might take to do that, he can be more effective and be more profitable running his business than doing that. You have to look things out. Like I look at friends of mine and say, I'm going to take off work for a month and, you know, fix my house. And I'm like, okay, are you going to get paid to take off for a month? No, I'm going to go unpaid. Okay. How much do you make a week? And what is the cost difference between what you make a week versus what it would cost you to pay someone to do it? That's the stuff that people don't realize. And I think entrepreneurs and business owners realize. Me personally, I know I'm best suited sitting at this desk, being, you know, producing events, closing deals, working with my staff. You know, I'm not going to turn around and not come to work and not generate business for my company to go home and paint a room. And it's not that I'm too good for that. It's just not, you know, I know my work. I know what I can do. One day out of the office, I can lose thousands upon thousands of dollars of business. So,
and it's also helping another entrepreneur who's starting a business. So
Yeah.
you're also helping entrepreneurs and helping to support your community. But 100%, like I could change the oil in my car, but for me to change the oil in my car or to take it and have them change the oil, it's that much quicker. Drop it off, do it.
it's more effective disposing of the oil. You have all the tools. And at the end of the day, Mike's 2 hours of, a 15-minute oil change is going to take Mike 2 hours because he doesn't have the proper tools. Because, he's going to have to try to get under the car, lift the car, take out the filter, let all the oil drip out. Then he's got to, is it 6 quarts? Is it 8 quarts? Is it synthetic? Is it this? Is it that? Sometimes, penny wise, dollar foolish.
Right.
I can't tell you how many times I've in my life I've turned around and made a penny wise decision, and it wound up costing me $1. There are no shortcuts in life, folks. Let me just explain something to you right off the bat. Let's talk about what Mike does, for instance. Mike, is an amazing IT guy. He has a great company, right? Mike talks about a big part of his business is talking about being, prepared for God forbid and contingencies and backup plans. Everyone thinks that, off-site backups is a waste of time and money until you get hacked and all of a sudden all your shit's ransom and now you got to pay this guy 10 grand. You're better off paying Mike a couple $100 a month to, and I'm using fictitious numbers.
And 10 grand was the thing a year ago. Now the ransoms are coming back at $1 million.
Yeah, they could keep it.
It's crazy.
Now, me personally, Partners in Sound, we are not the cheapest entertainment company in the tri-state area. Absolutely not. I'll be the first one to say it. If anything, we're probably, middle to one of the higher end companies. But at 9 o'clock at night, if you're doing an event and God forbid something happens, okay, and what does that mean? Something happens. A waiter accidentally bumps into, let me not use that situation. Your best man at your wedding, who's been drinking with you since 11 o'clock in the morning, gets drunk and falls into the DJ booth and breaks all the plasma screens. It's happened. Not a fake story. 99.9% of the entertainment companies will just say, listen, I'm sorry, your best man's drunk and it is what it is. Not us. Another screen's on its way. We have, backup plans, contingency plans.
Right.
You know what? And in our business, there's only one to get it right. So you get what you pay for.
Right. And I'll be the first to say, and when I've been married 10 years, and so unfortunately I didn't have the opportunity to use Yamas. Back then it was different, but music was one of the most important. The DJ was probably the most important thing at the wedding. What?
Who'd you use?
Sound Explosion. Eric?
Eric's a good guy. I know Eric.
We were very good. He was very good. I haven't seen him obviously since when we've used you for other events since then, the christening. But yeah, when we got married, we used Sound Explosion. But there were two of the most important things at the wedding that I can remember: food and your DJ. That's what I consider, and that's it. Your wedding is, and any event you have, that's it. It's 2-3 hours and it's over. And you remember that forever.
So everybody knows, well, most people may know that our office is right across the street from the old Bermuda Inn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the shit that I see is mind-boggling. And I cannot tell you how many times I've gotten a phone call from a competitor who's doing an event across the street. And they'll be like, hey, I'm doing this party across the street. I'm in a jam. What's up? What do you need? You got this, you got that. Why? Middle of a party. And I'll log on to a system, and it's a client that didn't go with us, that went with them. And it's always, they were cheaper. Client went with, another entertainment company due to price. All right, no problem. That company is now coming across the street asking me, for an HDMI cable. Do you have an extra speaker? We blew up a speaker, and a part of me wants to turn around and say no, but the other part of me says it's bad karma, right? So,
right.
Put good vibes in the world, and I'm not all spiritual, and that's not me, but it's who I am. And it really, it's Mike, it happens once a month. And there are times where, Eric, who's in our shop on the weekends, will be like, bro, we lost this party to this company. We're really going to give this guy this plasma screen because he has a broken TV. Why doesn't he call his warehouse? Why do we have to help him?
Right. And will you give it to him for free, or will you charge him?
I'll never take $1. That's blood money.
Now, will they give it back to you if you ever need it?
I'll never need it.
Right. So
we have contingencies. You're
right,
paying us to have the backup, right?
The same way I do, right? Yeah.
Anything's possible. But the thing is, okay, that's a little bit different with us than anyone else, is that, you know, we have those backups, we have those contingencies, but also, you know, we're a real business, right? So because we're a real business, we're able to turn around and facilitate and turn on the dime. We're not perfect. We make mistakes. But what does that say? Does that bother you, Mas, or is it all right they walk from you to save a little bit of money, or would you rather the client say, hey, I can't afford that, and you would work with them? We work with everybody, but it just gets to the point. I say this all the time. I'm at Montalbano's playing register, playing cashier. Nobody negotiates with me when they come to the cash. Whatever the groceries are, it's $100. Charge a credit card, right? Or give you cash. People come to us, it's $100. Can you do it for $90? Why do you think this is negotiable? Why do people find that everything is negotiable? It's almost insulting. I would respect the fact that someone turned around and said to me, listen, whatever it is, I totally understand. Just give me the best people. And then me personally, if the bill's $2,200, just give me $2,000. I'll do it on my own, you know. But I always respect people that always say, you know, hey, listen, it's a little bit more the way I want to be. But to be honest with you, 99% of people are full of shit.
Oh yeah, look, and it's the whole thing, and the frustrating thing. And it depends on the industry, right? When you go to a restaurant, you can't sit at the restaurant and call the waiter and be like, hey, the flaming young you have here is $54.95. You know, they have a special down the street. I'll give you $45 for the filet. We got a deal. There's no working deals in a restaurant, right? The menu's the menu. But then like your business, my business, everyone wants to negotiate everything. Oh, well, how much is that? All right, tell you what, give me 5% less and we'll sign right now. It's like some things like the price is the price, right? You can't go to a restaurant and do it. And I'll be the first to tell you, it's the restaurant owners who are doing it to us. And then I'm like, can I come to you?
Listen to me. The more money you have, the more you haggle. I'm going to tell you, there are regular people. The regular working man that walks into my office doesn't negotiate.
Right.
The wealthiest people that I do business with are the ones that negotiate. I've actually embarrassed some of them. I've actually said, really? You live on Toad Hill, you drive around a $200,000 car. You really nickel and dime me for $200? Obviously, you need it more than me.
Right. I got a car dealership.
That's the Massimo line.
Right. And at a car dealership, you haggle. Yeah, that's because most car dealerships retire, so you could, because they know you're going to price them. It's different. It's a different type of sale.
Yes, everybody wants a deal. It's true. Mike, even Jersey, listen. I don't think everybody wants a deal. I think people want to be felt. People want to feel special.
Right.
Right. I got to tell you the truth. There's certain restaurants I walk into. They don't even buy me a cup of coffee. It's okay. They don't have to. But those restaurants are restaurants I visit less frequently than certain restaurants I go to every week, where whatever the bill may be, it's listen, Massimo's meal was on me, dessert and coffee.
Here's an appetizer, right? Oh, and it goes back to 100%. I've been to places with our friends of mine. I'm not going to name places because I'm not out here to blow a spot, where the owner of the restaurant was emailing us, please come down, bring your friends down, let's come. We'd love to have you. We come down and he doesn't even give you an appetizer. Like, you've asked me, come on down, and now the bill's $500. You could throw an appetizer, throw around the drinks. So what happens when you leave? You get in the car, everyone's like, seriously? He begged us to come down. He doesn't even give you a round of drinks. We're never going back, right? And it
sucks. It sucks. It sucks on a lot of different fronts, Mike. I'm going to tell you one thing. It's hard. I think when you own a restaurant, it's very, very easy to say, oh, why can't he throw around the drinks? Or why can't he do an apple? You have to, in the restaurant, let me back up. In hospitality, you need to be hospitable. And just because you are a server, doesn't mean you're a servant. Okay?
Right.
There's a mutual respect, right? I think it's very, very, very important. to make people feel special. One of the things I've accelerated at in being a partner here is, and I've had my bad days. I'm not perfect, but when I walked in to a venue, I knew everyone's name from the dishwasher to the chef, from maitre d' to the busboy, from the secretary to the owner. Okay, and I treat the janitor the same way I treat the CEO. I treat everyone with the same respect. Now, if you're a jerk off to me, I'll step on you like a cockroach. I don't give a shit. But the bottom line is that if you treat people that way across the board, okay, it's just the right way to do. In the restaurant business, I don't think if that guy discounted your bill or didn't discount your bill, it probably wouldn't have. It would have been different if it would have been like when you walked in, hey, my God, Mike, how are you? How's everything? Thank you so much for coming. Nicole, you're beautiful. Oh, my God, how's the kids? Oh, how do you guys know Mike and Nicole? What do you guys do for a living? Oh, my God, Mike's great. He does my IT. He's amazing.
Right.
Then it's acceptable to not give a discount because he made you feel special.
Right.
He made you feel like a big deal. Should he have sent an after dinner drink? Yes. I mean, I know certain restaurants, they were big on always sending like a fruit platter. Certain restaurants, you have to have your niche thing of what you do.
Right, of course. And I get it. And it's tough. And, restaurant is a very tough business. But yeah, I can't haggle you, but they all feel like they can haggle you when it comes to pricing. And the one thing and I've learned as being a business owner is, so I've been in business now 7 years, right? 10 years ago, I would haggle for a price. If someone came to do something in my house, I'd be like, oh, come on. As I've done it and learned how much I hate it and how much it can be very disrespecting, because my price is my price because I'm giving you the best service and I don't come out with a high price to haggle. So now when I have people come give me a price, I no longer haggle. That's it. It's the price. I've kind of learned that over the years. And I guess that's a maturity as a business owner and respecting people. So when the guy comes and says, right, I need to paint this room, here's the price. All right, great. When could you do it? Right. Of course, if I think someone's ripping me off, then I pass. But I'm not going to go and haggle with them. I go, all right, thank you for the quote. I'll get another quote. And I've had that happen, right? When I did my backyard, I got one price that was double the price of everything else. Apples to apples, same job, nothing different. I had a second guy come in and I had him do a less of a project. Same apples to apples. And that's the tough thing when it comes to IT and audiovisual stuff, though. It's very hard to do apples to apples, especially in the IT. It's not like a menu. So I always find it sad when I lose a potential client because they're like, oh, well, you were $1,000 a month more than this guy. And then when I finally find out what they're offering, I'm like, well, they're offering you $1,500 less in services than we were providing you. It's not, yes, you think it's the same thing, but when you look through it, they're missing this whole huge chunk and your data's not protected. And that's the hard thing with what I do, right, in IT. And probably the same thing with you, right? Your MCs are very different than an MC at a lesser company.
Listen, Mike, why is Partners in Sound more expensive?
Because you have the best guys working for you.
Well, there's great talent everywhere. We are a legit business. All of our employees are W-2. All of my employees are making unemployment right now, receiving unemployment while sitting home. Most of my competitors pay their staff cash, and their employees are drowning. There's a 12 to 15% cost. So if I pay a guy $100, it costs me $115 to pay that guy 12 to 15%. It'd be nice to pay him $100 cash. I have to be 12 to 15% more than everyone else. But guess what? The 300 events that I've postponed, my staff is going to come back to work for me because they're collecting every day. Every day I get them. Every day. I'm glad that this guy's making $400 a week.
Right, and
I'm glad that my staff is collecting unemployment because we've been paying in for it since the beginning of time.
Right, and
good luck with other entertainment companies. Good luck with other people in our business because you think people are going to, for 6 months, are going to sit home or 3 months or 2 months, whatever it is, without making any money. And listen to me, people in our industry, they spend it faster than they got it. Okay, they're banking on parties coming in to do work. My men and girls are home collecting unemployment. Some of them are making the max. Most of them are making the max of $1,000, $1,100 a week. And they're sitting home waiting to come back to work because we are a legit business.
Yep.
Here for other guys out there, not going to make it.
And 100%. And then the difference between the guy that does IT, right? I can't even tell you how many insurance policies I have. Errors and omission, general liability, third-party crime. There's all these policies. Because as a real business, and when you have employees, you cover insurance. Where if you're doing it on the side, you don't cover any. You don't have these insurance to protect the client, right? I don't have yes, insurance is partly to protect me, but it's also to protect you. God forbid something happens, no problem. Here we will do a claim.
September, my guys were coming home from Pleasantdale Chateau. I think I told the story. Okay, they're in a box truck. Drunk driver being chased by the cops hit my box truck head on. Okay? Tom DeGrazia, Steve Nussbaum, Dave Alvarez. Steve is 60. Tom and Dave are in their mid to early 20s. Tom was driving. Little Tom that used to work for me. He goes driving. He goes left or right, left or right, left or right. The guy said right. He threw the truck left. For some reason, head on. Okay? For me, I said, is everyone okay? He goes, we're all a little fucked up. We're all a little shaken. Do me a favor. Go to the hospital.
Right.
Guys, go to the hospital. None of us have medical insurance. Guys, even if you had medical insurance, it don't make a difference. It's a workman's comp case.
Right.
As your boss, I'm telling you to go to the hospital. None of them left because they're tough guys. But the bottom line is that because they were W-2 employees coming home from work, they covered.
Right.
The cops were like, hey, think about it. Lawsuits, this, that, all this stuff going on. We're covered. We're covered. Imagine if they were cash employees. Who are we?
Absolutely. And so then that all goes into a cost, right? When you get a quote from Partners in Sound, that's the reason why it's a little more, because you have all this and you're doing it the legit way and the way it should be to protect everybody, down from the employees to the client.
Listen,
it's overhead.
It's overhead.
Right.
Mike, I have to jump. My chiropractor just texted me. He could see me a few minutes early, so I need to.
Can we film that? We want to watch how social distancing occurs with that.
There will be no social distancing. He can put his hands all over me, crack everything, because I still can't move.
All right. We'll see you at the midday show.
See you at midday. See you later, Chris. Very talkative this morning.
Yeah.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up? Now it's just you and I. Now you have to talk, unless I just talk to myself.
What's up?
So I wanted to just quickly talk, for 9 million viewers right now. So one thing that you could do for local businesses that you like and that you usually patronize, and you might not have the ability to do that right now, is, and I've been trying to do this as well, go on either Facebook or Google and review them. Leave them a 5-star review. The restaurant you love that you usually go to, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything but time. We have a whole lot of time, right? Most of us are sitting home. Go on Google, leave a 5-star review. Tell them, why you love them. That helps the business, because in the end, their reviews are higher, right? And we shared that, last week. Share a post, like them. So
leave a review.
Any of you have used Techie Geek? I have put in our comments a link to our Google. Look, please review us. It helps us, right? When we're talking to a prospect and people find on Google, Google reviews matter, Facebook reviews matter. People look. I'm sure when you're looking for something, you look at a review, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's free. It's a great way to help businesses that you're not using right now. The restaurant you normally patronize, go on there. Giovanni's. 5-star review. The food's always great. We love it. Delivery was amazing. Can't wait to be back in there. Boom. And that to that restaurant owner, he's going to see your name. He's going to see you review them. It's going to mean a lot to them, and it helps them. So I highly recommend, if you have time, you sing around, maybe you're unemployed, do that. It'll mean a lot to the business owners. And if you used us before, I love it. Review us. You know, I'm always trying to get us. Even in all our emails from my technicians, I have in there. We solve your problem. Do you love Techie Geek? Come on, leave us a 5-star review. So that's just my little something you could do free. It's great for business owners. Anyone here in the comments? Anyone want us to talk about anything? Anybody sick of us and wants to end the show early and go midday with Moss when the great Moss is back?
They can always just exit out too.
They are. We dropped a couple of viewers. They all come from Moss. They come to see because you never know what he's going to say next. He's like the Howard Stern of our Facebook Live show. They don't know what he's going to say next, so they come to keep watching.
Yep. He's like a car crash.
You know, on that. Todd didn't show up. He's too busy. He's got big things, so he doesn't come back to us. He'll be back, I'm sure, at the midday show to promote Gotham After Dark.
Will he? He's going to be on later?
Probably Mike. I don't know who will be on. One of them. He was Facebook messaging me, but...
What happened this morning? Why did I wake up to like 20 event cancellations and read?
I was cleaning up the calendar.
Oh, I thought Midday with Moss was canceled for good because all I saw was canceled. I'm like, what? Did he quit?
No, so we have a calendar where we have our midday shows, and they had the old B Live links. And I had them booked for an hour and a half. So I went and I didn't realize a mistake on my part is I set up the individual ones for like our guests for the week, for the couple of days. And then I updated the series, so that deleted those special ones. So I deleted the series, updated it, so it was a mess. Yeah, that you probably had 1,000 notifications with calendar entries. But if you look now, the calendar is nice and clean, organized. Only 1 hour block, so we have that. That was actually the photo that Todd sent me. Was basically asking, what is going on? Right, so that
exactly. It was like 21 whatever emails, and I was like, "Wow, what happened?"
Mike was trying to do some organization this morning.
Wait, so it's always a different link then for each video. That's so annoying.
So,
because I'm always like, I wish there was just a main spot I knew to click for.
Right. So, Be Live used to be a single link, but the thing with that is, if someone didn't like it. Or if you invited someone to the show one time, they could come back forever. So it is nice that it's a unique ID. It's only for that show, but it's annoying when it comes to calendar invites.
And the calendar invite comes through, like when I'm on the computer, it's like it's a pain in the ass to have to copy and paste the location as the link to then go to it doesn't show up as a link anymore. It used to just be like, so
what I could do is, going forward, I'll put it in the body because you should be able to click it in the body.
That would be the easiest spot, is just have it in the body.
I'll put it in the body as well for you, if that'll help you.
Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome. And one thing, follow up on the couple of guests who we, I know Chris Williams showed interest in coming on the show. I'm sure people would love to talk to him.
Yeah.
Fun conversation. So let's follow up with the guests that we had. Anyone watching, if you want to be a guest, email, what is it? apply.techiegeek.com.
Apply.techiegeek.com. Yep.
If you're interested, let me put that in.
Yeah, we're looking to talk to everyone. You don't have to be a business owner or anything like that. If you are affected by this, but in any way possible, and there's anything that you want to kind of talk to us about, bring some attention or awareness to, we are your people. We want to have guests every day,
Yeah, even like Michael McCarthy. I don't know if you're still watching. Come on the show. We'd love to catch up, talk about your business. I know you said the business is fairly new and you're trying to promote it. We have about 10 million viewers, 10 to 15. So come on out. But on that note, let's end the show for the Breakfast with Bloomy. We'll be back tomorrow. We're Breakfast at Bloomy, but you could catch us 3 p.m., same place, midday with Moss. See you then.